Are you consecrated and dedicated to God? If you don't want to be convicted, now's the time to turn it. Jesus said that if you would want to follow him, you got to pick up your cross and follow him daily. He said that if you wanted to follow him, you're going to have to give up everything. Let me read to you a letter that was written by a young communist that appeared in a Billy Graham newsletter. The gospel of Jesus Christ is a much more powerful weapon for the renewal of society than is our Marxist doctrine. All the same, it is we who will finally beat you. We are only a handful, and you Christians are numbered by the millions. But if you remember the story of Gideon and his 300 companions, you will understand why I am right. We communists do not play with words. Of our salaries and wages, we keep only what is strictly necessary, and we give the rest for propaganda purposes. To this propaganda, we also consecrate all our free time and part of our holidays. You Christians, however, give only a little time and hardly any money for the spreading of the gospel of Christ. How can anyone believe in the supreme value of the gospel if you do not practice it, if you do not spread it, and if you sacrifice neither time nor money for it? Believe me, it is we who will win, for we believe in our communist message and we are ready to sacrifice everything, even our lives. But you Christians, are afraid to soil your hands. Do you feel convicted yet? They're right. How many of us Christians are Sunday morning Christians? How many of us actually sacrifice the time to actually go to church twice a week? How many of us actually sacrifice the time to pray and not just read the Bible, but study the Bible? How many of us are willing to not just pay our tithes? In fact, that's a big thing. Many Christians don't even pay their tithes. They think it's something that was for the Old Testament. How many of them actually go beyond the tithe and actually give an offering? How much of a Christian's income is actually spent going to spreading the gospel? Do we really believe that God is our provider, that he is our source? Or do we really think, he's kind of our provider? Do we trust him with our wallet? Do we trust him with our free time? How many of us are spending our free time going out and telling people about Jesus? How many people's feeds on social media is consumed with talking about this junk and that junk? And how many is actually used to tell people about Jesus? Not our church, not our pet doctrine, but Jesus. I ask you, don't make this person be right. If you feel convicted, praise God, but do something with that conviction. Don't keep scrolling, do something with it. Allow that conviction to change your life.